Okay, so we have Jon Ramey here from Hydris Group, and I'm looking forward to getting to know you and your company. So, hi, John.
Hey, Andrew, thank you for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome. Can you tell us what your company is about and what you guys do over there?
Yes, my company specializes in framing and drywall and finishing aspects of the construction industry. We look to uh, try and be competitive in the market by doing a lot of in-house instead of subbing the work out, like a lot of contractors do. I also go in the field with the guys, so it cuts down on certain costs and indirect labor costs as well. So it allows me to be more competitive in the market as well.
Great. And how long have you been have your doors open?
I started this company in 2016. I didn't really get it off the ground until about 2018,
Mhm.
and been going strong since.
Awesome. And what kind of clients do you service? Are you residential or commercial or both?
I do both. One of the first contracts was with HUD in DC.
Mhm.
It was a task order where we had to uh, work with homeowners in their homes to meet the HOC requirements for them able to list their properties to rent them out to HOC, I guess, customers that will allow the HUD to pay the rent or mortgage that the homeowners listed.
And what's HOC stand for?
Housing occupancy commission.
Okay, cool. And so you service Maryland and DC?
I serviced DC for that one. With Maryland, I did a lot of residential and I did a commercial job in Wheaton, the actual
Okay,
Jollibee restaurant.
okay, great. And what have you noticed in terms of changes over the past year with COVID and has that affected you a lot or not too much?
As you can see, I'm in my house. A lot of my staff are working from home due to the COVID.
Hmm.
Um, it was a it was an adjustment at first, but in the end, it actually did work out. It did cut down on certain costs.
Hmm.
Um, the only issue I ran into was being able to maintain production of work efficiently. Um, a lot of the staff members are trying had some difficulties adjusting, with their own personal matters, and it kind of got in the way of certain things at work. But at the end of the day, they met the job and met the job requirement, and we persevered. That's what I will
Hmm.
say. We persevered through it, and we're going strong now.
It's great. And how do you guys where do you guys get your customers? Is it a combination of sources?
So from commercial, there's certain platforms that contractors use. I'm linked in with Construct Connect, Plan Hub. So basically, it allows vendors to submit the work that they want done, or you can get personally invited to do the work and submit a bid on it. I get around 50 invitations a week. I only can manage to get maybe 10 of them out like a month. Um, for the residential side, there's a couple platforms. I think Home Advisor's one, and then there's a Thumbtack. Um, but mostly my residential work comes from word of mouth. So just from a referral based customer platform that way.
Hmm. What do you enjoy most about the day to day of running Hydrus?
I love seeing my work. Like I love seeing the result of my work. I'm putting a structure there. I actually can see what I did, and other people can see what I did. The building going up, or some walls, the paint finish, the specialty framing certain people want. Um, we're actually getting the home building this year, so we're still finalizing the paperwork on that. But we do have our home builders registration for Maryland, and we're looking at starting a project down in Lusby, Maryland. and hope to persevere through that as well.
That's great. So how would you say you guys differentiate yourself from other companies?
I would say it's probably the team and how we manage and interact with our customers and clients. A lot of, well, this kind of revealing like certain issues with the industry. A lot of problems that contractors go through is change orders. You know, when you can only bid on what you expect to happen, but when you actually get on the site, the conditions of the site may not be what you imagined because you had to remove something and something was there that you couldn't see. So then you have to submit a change order based on what you contractually agreed and either request compensation for it or find a way around it.
Mhm.
I typically try and absolve most change orders so that we don't revere off the original agreed contract. Um, it's a it's been a it's been a problem, I'll tell you that. But at the end, I believe that it's been working because it allows for me to continue working without, I guess you could say, divvying off task or maintaining our schedule. Because you get the other follow different trades that come in before you, and we got to stay on task so that we don't hold up someone else after us. And change orders typically kind of throw a wrench into that operation. So I try to eliminate change orders as much as possible, which allows me to stay really competitive and allow me to win more work.
Mhm. If you had to start over from day one, is there anything that you might have done differently, or I think every obstacle and achievement was in its right place? Is there anything you would have done differently?
I probably would have incorporated in Maryland,
Mhm.
and because most of my work is in Maryland, so I operate as an alien business because I incorporated in DC.
Mhm.
So Maryland offers a lot more grants and funding for the type of industry I'm in, and there's a lot more opportunities in Maryland than DC. So I probably would have incorporated Maryland because if you're a Maryland-based or incorporated company, you qualify for more of the grants and funding and the opportunities available to you instead of competing with those who are outside of Maryland.
I see. Well, what's what if someone is considering you for a home build or home project, or even for their business? What's the best way for them to get in touch with you or your team?
Oh, they can reach out on my website. The contact information is on there, the office number, the email as well. My personal email, I get all the emails forwarded to my personal email as well. So I'll be able to monitor and respond if necessary in a timely manner.
And your website is Hydris dot capital.
Yeah, it's two actual links to it.
Okay.
It's like hydrisgroup.com and then hydris.capital.
Okay. And they can reach out to you both ways.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. And I think you shared some of them, but what are some of your big goals for 2021 and into 2022?
I want to get into land development. I want to definitely get into land development. I want to get this first project on the home build off the ground. I want to then go from there into developing land, buying land, developing land. I then want to veer into custom home builds, and then kind of just the sky's the limit from there.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Jon, for joining the chat, and we look forward to much success to you. Have a
Thank
great
you.
day.
You too.